Massachusetts. This is the Game of the Week, version 2, our second matchup of the afternoon. Our first competitors, looking at Bob Whitcomb's team on your left from behind, and Tim Matero's team on your right. Nance Vestal going first on lane 6. Both bowlers will be open to start. And 8 for Vestal. And that'll be a 9. So an early 1-pin lead for Pegi Donnelly and Bob Whitcomb's team. We'll put up a graphic in just a moment. From Nance, but she will be open. Pegi looking at the check mark. Is a little left. A 10 for 18 through 2 for Nance. And that was for a 10. Hello and welcome if you're just joining us. Bob Lee here, trying something new here. Game of the week, Sunday Pro League in Exeter. We're on lanes 5 and 6. What you see in front of you is the second match of the day. Between Pegi Donnelly, Lori Lewis, Matt Nichols, Nate Lees, and Bob Whitcomb from Team Whitcomb. They'll be starting on lane 5. On lane 6, you're going to see in order, bowling 5 in time, Nance Vestal, Sonya Johnson, Nick Norcross, Brian Athearn, and Tim Matero. A 9 for Vestal in the third, she's at 27. And a 9 for Pegi, she's at 28. A 1-pin lead early going. We're just started. Coming off our morning matches just a few moments ago. We saw Josh Daly's team jump out to a 7-1 lead victory over Corey Packers. A couple close ones, including one that tied. And he won the total pins. Vestal. Huge spare for Donnelly. That's the first mark in this one. Vestal needs to clean it up. She takes a 6. First box in the 6th. In the 5th box in the first string coming up for our first bowler. Nance Vestal crosses over, but like she had the 1-2 pocket, but didn't get a good mix there. Huge third ball coming up. 6 on the bonus ball for Pegi Donnelly a moment ago. She'll be open, but she's over 50. There are 6s to end for a 39. And a 54 half for Pegi Donnelly. So there you see the scores. 54 to 39 in the early going. A 15-pin lead to start. Marion Johnson just hit something. Lori Lewis bowling on lane 5. On the head pin, Sonya Johnson with a spare lead. She's got it. She had to hit the 2 and the 8. The 8 was the last to fall. And a spare on the 1 pinner for Lewis, both bowlers. With marks to start here in the second game. Drop in the fill and 2 spares in a row for Sonya Johnson. Lewis had 6 in her fill and she'll be open in the second. She's at 25. Seven drops from both bowlers to start the third. Play in the wood. Johnson will be open for the first time in the third. And Lewis is also going to be open. Nice 10 for 46. 16 over already for Johnson. And a great 10. 35, so lead is now already down to 4. That'll be an 8 for Johnson. She's at 54 in the early going. And a 7, so she'll pick up 1 more. Head pin shot leaves a 5 in the back 2 rows. Johnson. Lewis has a good look. Makeable spare on the eagle wing left. She's just left of her target though. An 8 for Johnson and a 9 for Lewis. That's a 51 side for Lewis. And a 62 side for Johnson. Yeah. We'll show you the scores really quickly. The score is 103-101. Back to our action, Nate Lees and Brian Athearn is going to be doing the bowling now. Brian's coming in with an 87 average. Nate Lees with a 113 average. 8 for Nate and a 9 for Athearn. Lead is now down to 2. Make a correction on that. Whitcomb's team had a 4-pin lead coming into this one. Big spare from Nate Lees. Lead is now 4, but we're going to wait. We're going to put our graphic up as soon as Nate Lees throws his bonus ball. 7 drop on the first ball from Brian Athearn. Lees crosses over, and the lead will be 10 in the early going right now. Brian is open. Great bid, right where you'd want to put it on the 3-pin, but both bowlers take 8s in the third. Lee's now at 32, Athearn at 28. Athearn should be at 26 though. The scoreboard needs a correction. There's first spare there. Watch that score. Third box should be a 26. 18 plus 8 should be 26. I'm seeing an 8. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Three. No, it's a 9, a 9, and an 8. 998. 998 is 26. Sorry. Through 4. Okay, through 4 it's now 40 for Nate, 41 for Brian Athearn with the big spare in the 3 fill. And he finishes up with a 10. A 39 in the 4th, a 49 half for Athearn, a 50 half for Nate with a ball. So the lead is now 5. Matt Nichols and Nick Norcross step up. With his first ball here. A lot going on. 6 drop to a 2, 1 and 1. Nichols is off his head pin, but has a very makeable 1, 2, 7. Both bowlers opening first, just off. Nichols was just off his target. And Norcross takes a 9. Norcross looking at the 5 and 2. Right on the money. What a shot for Norcross with the spare in the second. And Nichols will be open. Had a good look at a 2-pinner. Again, it's the 1-pin again. 2-10s to start for Nichols. Norcross at 19 plus a ball. Five on the bonus for Norcross, and we have an even match. Nick will be open though in the third. Norcross takes a 1-pin lead. No luck for Norcross in the third. Nichols also will be open. He's looking at a 4 and 1. His third ball. Big out coming up. And that'll be a 4-pin lead. Team Matero. First ball in the fifth coming up for Nick Norcross. 2 out of the half Worcester hole. 2 in the 8th ball. Matt Nichols needs a reset. Back up, holding the ball in one hand out in front of him. Nichols is through the right side with 3 pins. Norcross picks off 6 more. Nichols does him one better. Okay, a 9 for Norcross. That is a 51 half. And a 9 for Nichols. 43 half for Matt, tough half. Time for our captains to step up. You see the lead now. 3 pins for Tim Matero's team. As they get ready here, we'll change up our graphic. It's a 3-pin lead. In the first half, Tim Matero. Captain drops 8 on his first ball. Bobby Whitcomb. His first ball's through the middle. spare for Matero. And Whitcomb has a big third ball here. A 7 for Whitcomb. The lead is up to 6 and Matero is in the bonus. Cross is over, leaves a big right triangle. 7 in the bonus. More importantly, his lead is now up to 13. We'll show that on the graphic. Matero right on the 3-pin. Whitcomb with a good ball, but he can't pick off the 9-pin. Whitcomb with a 10, picks up 1 pin there. Matero misses right. Has a good smile on his face as he comes back to the camera. Crossover and a strike from Whitcomb. The 4 was the last to fall. Matero's right on his number. That'll be a 9 for Tim. Lead drops to 11. More importantly, Whitcomb has 2 bonus balls. We're just finishing up the first half of the first string of 3. Everything's moving. 9 drop for Matero. Five on the first bonus ball for Whitcomb. Matero is denied the spare. The wood was defensive. Only 5 on the strike. Puts the lead at 6. Whoa! Looked like that 3-pin mugged the 10, but didn't take it down. So the lead is back up to 8. Matero with 1 spare has himself at 44 through the first 4. Bobby Whitcomb at 39 through 4. He'll be open in the 6th, Matero will be. No late action for Whitcomb. Matero finishes his 10. His 10. Goes a 10. Both bowlers with a 10. Yep, they got it. That was a 54 for Tim Matero, 49 for Whitcomb. Put the scores up while the bowlers change sides. An 8-pin lead, 255 to 247 for Team Matero. Big side from Sonya Johnson there was the difference. She had a 62. Picked up 11 pins on Lori Lewis. That was good for 11 points, and we're back to the action now. Pegi Donnelly throws the first ball just right of the head pin, but she's got a makeable spare. She's got the 1, 4, and 7. We'll remove the graphic. Nance Vestal just misses. Good 10 for Pegi Donnelly and a 10 to match from Nance. Pegi's got a 64 through 6, and Nance is now at 49. Both bowlers off, but good mixing ball from Nance Vestal. She's got the 1, 2, and 5 in the back. Both bowlers will be open. Good 10 from Nance. She picks up 5 pins there. Pegi settles 4 of 5. A 9 for Nance and an 8 for Pegi. So that puts the lead up to 14 pins. Early going in the bottom of the first half, bottom of the first string here. 9 drop and 10. Nance Vestal with a big strike in the 9th. First ball in the 10th frame, coming up right over. Just a little bit full. She's got the 3 and 1. Nance Vestal working on a strike. 9 drop, and she hit it right where she wanted. Oh, and a spare on strike. She's going to get another rack, and the lead is now up to 25, unofficially. That was a 95 half. That was a 95 first string for Pegi. And that's the late falling pin, so a 5. Great comeback to a 103 for Nance Vestal. That was a 64 half. So it's 319 to 288, a 31 pin lead. As Lori Lewis sets in on lane 6. Next to Sonya Johnson on lane 5. Both bowlers open in the 6th. Lewis had a 52. Sonya had a 62. 64. 62 in the official books. 10 for Lewis there. And a strike in the 7th for Sonya Johnson. The lead is growing. It's up to 30 pins now. Make it 31. Three on his first ball. She has 2, however. She holds out 2 fingers to remind everyone. Lewis is a little wild. So that'll be a 5 fill on the strike. And a pair of 9s for both bowlers in the 8th. 80 for Lewis, and 95 now for Sonya Johnson, who has a strike and 2 spares on her card. Big spare for Johnson. So Johnson with her 3rd mark. She's at 105 and a ball in the 9th. Lori Lewis with that 10 is at 90. She's right on her number. Needs a mark. Oh. Crossover doesn't do the work. Both bowlers open in the 10th. A 98 for Lewis, and a 6 to a 115 for Sonya Johnson. So there you see the up-to-date score. It's 372 for Team Matero, 335 for Team Whitcomb. There we see Nate Lees punches through with a half Worcester. Ryan Athearn loses 1 left. Tough punch on the head pin there. Difference is 37 pins coming into this one. Athearn just posted an 8. A 7. 5. Is that 5 for Nate? Okay. I didn't see the 5. Okay. So the lead is now up to 40 pins in the first string. Check that. Nate calls that one off. That'll be a 9. He's at 66. Athearn takes a 8 for a 65. We're through 7 complete here. Lees pulls that one into the 2 pin. It's a half Worcester. Head pin and a 9 drop for Athearn, who's typically about a 108 bowler. Nate Lees connects on his second shot, but still left with a 2-in-1 split. And the spare is made. Athearn with his second mark. Both bowlers with 2 marks, but Athearn's had the better fill. Nate now at 75. Athearn also at 75. And a strike on the spare. A big 20 box in the 7th for Athearn, and he's working on 2 bonus balls. First ball in the 10th coming up next for him. Lees will be open. He'll take an 8 in the 9th. That's an 83. Badly needs a mark. First bonus ball punches through the 3-hole. Great bid from Nate, but no, still left with a split. The 1, the 2. Everything falls with a 7. 9 in the bonus. Athearn up to 104. That'll be called off. That's a channel ball. That should be a 113 for Athearn. And a 92. There you see our up-to-date scores. A big lead coming into the last. It's 83 pins. Well, 73 pins going into the last. Matt Nichols and Nick Norcross to bowl next. We're just finishing up the first of 3 strings here. Nichols is on the head pin, but leaves a 2-in-1 split. Nice bid on the 2, but the 6-pin remains. Still in the early going here, a round of the second match of the day. Sunday Pro League here at Exeter. Matt Nichols just took a 10. He started with a 43 half, so he's now at 53 through 6. Nick Norcross had a 51 half, and he'll have 59. Both bowlers throwing their first ball in the 7th now. Teams were picked late last week, a week and a half ago. Nichols drops 9 and has coverage on his 10-pin. $15-inch target for Nichols. He throws just on the tip for his first mark here. Stares thankfully toward the ceiling. Norcross makes a good bid, but he'll be open. Nick had a spare in the 2nd with a 5 fill. And that was for a 10. Other than that, he's been open. He had 4 9s, a 10, and an 8 for that. Nichols now will be in the bonus as he throws his first ball in the 8th. Crossover. Gets the 7-pin to fall late. 8 in the bonus. So he's at 71 now through 7. Both bowlers with 1 spare. Matt just turned that one just a notch. You could see it coming out of his hand. It was a little left. Norcross. Also a tied left. There it was. 81 through 8 now for Nichols. He has 3 10s, an 8, a 6, 4 10s, an 8, a 6, and a 9. Go with his spare. Nice out ball from Nick Norcross. Almost collects the 10. He's at 78. Nichols now has taken the lead, 81-78, but the lead overall is in the 70s. Strike from Nichols, giving it a last gasp.
Oh, nice pitch, come on.
Norcross, take a 10. He's at 88. Still has, he's on that 1 mark. Nichols now looking for the double. Nope, he'll be 6 in his first. Second bonus ball coming up for Matt. The 23-year-old takes 8. Nick Norcross made a great bid at his spare. He had the half Worcester plus the 7-10. Finishes up with a 98, 1 spare for a 98. Nichols with his 9 goes to 108. There you can see the scores. It's 483 to 442. And the bowlers have begun work Bob Whitcomb through the right side with a half Worcester. Start things off in the 6th. Tim Matero looks like he's got a couple of pieces of wood to help out. Needs them to come across. Anything on that right side should go. Spare for Matero, that's his second. He started with a spare, finished with a 54 in the first half. Oh, great bid. Whitcomb, but he'll be open. He had a strike in the 3rd and finished with a 49. Only was able to get 5 on the strike. Seven drop for Whitcomb on the first, and a strike for Matero. The 7 and the 5 looked like they fell at the same time at the end there. And a triangle conversion. Things are heating up now. Bobby Whitcomb with his 2nd mark. Tim Matero with his 3rd. First ball coming up in the 8th. Pocket 7. Brings him up to 75 through 7. Matero's off the head pin, but takes down 8 with his first ball. He's still in the bonus. Great job. 2 spares in a row for Whitcomb. Marks in a row for Matero. He's got a strike sandwich going spare, strike, spare. He's already at 90. He's at 104. It's 104 plus a ball in the 8th. On the head pin, but just firm. Whitcomb filled his spare with 7. Matero has 6. He's at 110 officially. Can you double check that score? I'm not sure what Tim's score is right now. It doesn't look quite right to me.
He's got 119 right now. He's got 94.
54, 20, 20.
He got a 6 fill, so that's 110. Then he got a 9, so it's 119.
Okay. Confirmed it's 119 for Matero in the 9th. 101. Bobby Whitcomb. And a late falling strike for Whitcomb. His 4th mark, 2 strikes and 2 spares for Whitcomb. Then moves slowly all the way across to topple the 10 pin. And Matero will be open. With an 8, so he'll have a 127. We're gonna ask them to confirm that. He had a spare, a strike, and a spare. Oh my. The 1-5 on the first bonus ball, but he's got two. He's got two. This game is already well in hand. That'll be a 3 in the second strike.
That was a solid 1-5, Bob.
That's a 114. Unofficially, our unofficial score is a 556 to 507 finish. We'll wait for the official score to confirm that. A 114 for Bobby Whitcomb, a 108 for Matt Nichols. You just saw Tim Matero put up a 127. Ryan Athearn, 113. Sonya Johnson, 115. Nance Vestal, 103. And now we're back to the action. Pegi Donnelly bowls first. Both bowlers knock out 3 on their first ball. We're starting the second match here. A 49-pin victory for Team Matero in Game 1. Fresh start here in Game 2. Total will be a factor later on. Matches in the Sunday Pro League. 1 game, 2 points for each game, and 2 points for the total. Pair of 8s to start here. Head pin shot from Nance Vestal, but a split. She's got the 4 and 10. You can see it on the pin cam. Oh my goodness. She almost covered the 410. She sent a piece over, but that'll be an 8 for Donnelly. And a 10 for Vestal. An early 2-pin lead. Team Matero. Donnelly started that one off on target. Had a lot of spin on it. Both bowlers open in the third. Third ball's coming up. Another 8. Eight for Vestal, 8 for Donnelly. First ball in the 4th coming up now. Head pin shot for Vestal. She is now looking at the 2 and 10 with piece to cover, but it's pointed back deep. Pegi Donnelly adjusted her footing after that. She did not like the way her foot reacted at the end of that one. Vestal touches but cannot knock the 10 pin. And that'll be a 6 for Donnelly and a 9 for Vestal. 35-30 in the through 4. Nance with the lead. Team Matero just won game 1, 49 pins.
I was just giving you tips. Because it was funny.
4 drop on Donnelly's ball, 6 out of Vestal's. A 4 and 2 here. Gonna need that. She need that ball with some magic. Vestal kicks that head pin out just in front of the 10 pin. Both bowlers will be open in their first half. Pair of 10s to finish it. Pegi Donnelly with a 40. Nance Vestal with a 45. A 5-pin lead in the early going from Team Matero as Lori Lewis sets up and drops 4 on her first ball. She's got the 5 and the 9 in the back, and the 5 is the straggler that won't fall. Sonya Johnson moving quickly. Both bowlers start with a 9. The 5-pin lead. Pair of head pins. 2-pinner for Lori Lewis and a side saddle triangle with wood for Sonya Johnson. Both are good. Pair of spares in the second. Things start off evenly. A 5-pin lead in the early going for Team Matero. Six fill for Lewis. And a 4 fill for Johnson. Drops the lead down by 3. Two spares in a row for Lewis now. Now hit the bonus ball. Looking for the first lead change early on here. Crosses over. 9 drop. That'll move the lead to 6. Marks in a row for a strike to respond from Sonya Johnson, just as Lewis had put up her 3rd spare in a row. Taking the lead. We're going to have to pull down that graphic and reset. A spare and a strike for Sonya Johnson. 3 spares. Lori Lewis.
Nice half, Lori, nice half.
With that 7, she's got 65. 51 and a ball for Sonya Johnson. You see Nate Lees throw his first ball. Brian Athearn drops 9. I'll show you the score really quickly. It's a 105-96 lead. Lees will be open. Athearn picks up his one pinner. Team Whitcomb with a 9-pin lead in the early going. Athearn with the bonus ball though. Six in the bonus, so leads down to 3. Third ball, good for a 10. 2 10s to start things off for Nate Lees here in the second string. Is now pointing to Team Whitcomb. What a bid on the 4 horses with the sleepers. His third ball is left, so he's got 2 10s and a 9. Matero started with a spare, and he's got 2 9s to follow. So lead is still 4. Matero throws a nice rapid ball. First time I've seen him. He's got a piece of wood to cover the 3-1, and he makes good use of his second mark for Brian Athearn. Lead is now down to 3. With a bonus ball coming up for Brian Athearn. Call it a tie now. Match is all square.
All right, got 6, buddy.
That'll be a 9 for Lee. He picks up 1 pin there, so a 1-pin lead for Team Whitcomb through the first 3 bowlers. Matt Nichols and Nick Norcross coming up now. Nate Lees bowled a 47 and Brian a 55. Nine drop for Nichols. And he's got a little bit of coverage too. Norcross down to a baby split, plus a pin in the back. Spare in the first for Nichols. Maddie recently put up a 172 to start things off in Tuesday night bowling 2 weeks ago, where you must have caught Bob Whitcomb's eye. That's where Bob also does his bowling. Nick Norcross will be open with an 8.
buddy.
Lead is now up to 3.
Get over there, 2 it up. Go.
Add 7 to that.
Say hi, buddy. Yeah, absolutely.
Lead is now 10. Nichols and Norcross working on their spares, both with splits. Oh, the ball came back just on the left-hand side. Great job on the messenger there. A 9 for Norcross. Sorry, a 9 for Nichols and a 10 for Norcross. The lead goes down to 9 pins.
Come on, bud. Put 3 up here. Nice first ball.
We're going to check on that lead. That is an unofficial lead. We're going to look at our official score before we start the second half.
Right there.
Nichols would take an 8 in the third. Another 10 for Nick Norcross. He's at 28. Nichols at 36. Woods in perfect position for Matt Nichols. He's got his second spare here in the second string. He's at 44 and a ball through 4. Norcross will be open. He began things with an 8, 2 10s, and is looking at 4 pins with his third ball here. Six on the fill for Nichols. And Norcross comes across. Leaves himself a split. 3 and 2 there. Had a little bit of movement on the 4 pin. Both bowlers will be open in the 5th. 10 for Nichols and a 60 half with 2 spares. And a 42 half for Nick Norcross. Puts the lead at 212-193 as our last bowlers get ready. 212 to 193. That's 19 pins. Team Matero won game 1 by 49 pins. 19 pin lead here as As we finish up the first half, Bobby Whitcomb is through the right side. Punches out 3. 7, 8, 9 drop. Everything but the head pin for Matero. Matero with a spare to start things off here in the second frame. Picks up 3 more there. So put up our graphic. It's a 16 pin lead for Team Whitcomb. Matero in the bonus. Drop. Matero chops that lead right down to 7. Whitcomb right on his number this time. Still leaves 2 and 2 in a row. Single pinners both for Matero. That puts the lead at 7. A moment ago it was 19. There's a 9 drop for Bobby Whitcomb. Another head pin, another, well, I was about to say another 9 drop, but 8 fall for Matero. As the 4 stabilizes after shaking hard. Oh! Whitcomb is denied, and Matero puts up his 3rd straight spare. He's at 47 and a ball. And the lead has just changed. It's now a 2-pin lead for Team Matero. All right. 2-1 split this time for Matero, but he's got some wood to play with. Diamond is there for Whitcomb, and Whitcomb comes through with his first spare in the 4th. Matero can't believe that the 10-pin wouldn't fall for him. Just that close to having 4 spares in a row to start this one. That'll be a 9. '63 pins through 4. Matero is 23 over already.
Thanks, Bob.
Whitcomb in the bonus. He's at 36. Just a little full. 5 in the bonus there. And Matero's right back, leaves himself with a 2-pinner, with a piece of wood. Great pick from, there it is, 4 spares out of 5. Tim Matero, 73 and a ball, and a 51 and a ball. So that's a 51 for Whitcomb. 73 plus a ball for Matero. We'll show you those scores right now, but remember there's bonus balls coming up. Sonya Johnson had a strike. She'll be getting 2. Tim Matero with the spare, so 3 balls. A 3-pin lead plus 3 balls is the difference right now as we look at the second half. Great half of bowling, Tim Matero. He came in trailing by 19. He left leading by 3 with 3 bonus balls coming up.
And these ones won't break your glasses.
All right. Nance Vestal. It's good on her spare. Now, of course, we have to reverse our graphic as Team Matero has moved to the right on lane 6. Seven in the bonus for Nance Vestal, and she finishes with an 8 for a 70 in the 7th. She's taking a 12-pin lead in her matchup with Pegi Donnelly. Pegi's concerned with the footing. Wants to work. Felt something stick there a moment ago. Vestal has 1 spare and a 7 fill. She's been pinning nicely. She's even at 70 through 7. Right into the head pin. She's got the diamond. Pegi just doesn't like the way she's sliding there. Vestal just a hair off the front pin. I think that was the 3 pin there. Good 10 though. She's at 80 now through 8. Pegi Donnelly for her 10. She's got it. She's at 68. 3 10s for Donnelly. Vestal punches out 4. She's got a 4 and 2 remaining for Jackie Robinson. Same on the left for Pegi Donnelly.
Have you met
Timmy,
Timmy?
I've been admiring you from afar. I saw you at the Nationals. You're fantastic.
One of the best guys around. Wake up.
And I listen, a big follower of your show.
Hey, but Bob, I still got it by a couple of years. I'm still older than you.
You had your 50th a few years ago? Yeah.
You got me by a little bit. Oh, thanks.
All right. Donnelly just. She finishes with a 9. 77 through 9 for Donnelly. Vestal at 89. She's got the end, but she's got 2 pieces of overlapping wood that may go for her. Tricky one here should be the 10 pin. She gets the 10 pin, but she didn't hit the wood. Both bowlers open in the final. Yeah, the wood turns into a roadblock on that one. So one more 9 for Peggy. She's at 86. Nance Vestal with a 97 with some great pinning. So you can see the lead now is 318 to 309 for Team Matero. Three bonus balls still coming up as well, but all belong to Team Matero. Tim finished with a spare and Sonya Johnson with a strike. So 2 of the bonus, her next 2 balls will be in the bonus. Sonya Johnson with the first. She takes 3 on the left. Lewis is wide right and she takes 3. So 7 on the strike. That's a 58 half then, officially for Sonya Johnson. First ball's in the 7th. Lori had 3 spares in a row on her way to a 65 half. And that is her 4th spare here in the 2nd. A 10 from Sonya Johnson. She's at 76. A strike for Johnson, her 2nd of the game. Big swing there as Lewis grabs 4. She's at 86. And she turns right around and knocks down all 6 of those pins on the left. The 4 horsemen plus the 5 and 8. Converts that for her 5th spare. 7 in the first ball for Johnson. Lewis just off the head pin, which falls late and takes out the 2 for good measure. 8 in the bonus for Lori Lewis. And the sideways triangle doesn't go for Johnson this time. 104 through 8, and that is her 6th spare. 6 spares now for Lori Lewis. She's putting on quite a display. Sonya Johnson not far behind with 2 strikes and a spare, but again in the head pin. She's got the 2 and the 5, along with the 7. Another 5 fill to 119 for Lori Lewis. Her second ball in the 10th coming up. And she almost makes her 7th spare. And Sonya Johnson will sit down with a 116. Unbelievable. Has to take second place to that 129 on the 6th spare match from Lori Lewis.
Yeah, 112.
112? Thank you. It looks like a 16. We're reading the scorecard, Ron. Thank you. Athearn looking at 5 pins with his 3rd ball. Nate Lees has this for the spare. Thought it might be there with the wood. An 8 for Athearn. So our score right up to the moment, 379 to 373. Team Matero was up. Take 2 pins off there. It's a 4-pin lead. Lees is right on his mark. 113 for Sonya. We have a late correction. All right, thank you. Thank you. A 9 for Nate Lees in the 7th. An 8 for Brian Athearn. He's right on the head pin, but leaves it 2 and 1. So we're back to a 4-pin lead right now. Nate Lees right on the money, crosses over the river and takes out the strike on the. It was impossible to tell. They all fell at the same time. A fantastic strike. And that'll be a 9 for Brian. He's come out of the box with an 8 and a 9 here in the second half. He's at 77. Nate Lees, who had been open, had his first mark just a moment ago. He's got 76 and 2 balls in the 8th. Spread eagle for Athearn. No more difficult reward. 2 on the first ball from Lees. He's got another one coming. He slaps his thigh in disgust. Here he comes on the head pin. 8 and 9 for the bonus. There will be a lead change with that one. Lees is open with a 9. He's at 94 through 9. Athearn at 85. He's got 3 8s and a 9 in the second half. Nate Lees came out with a 10, a 9, a strike, and a 9. And that's how the lead changed. Crossover. He's still got the 1, 3, 9, and 10. Lees punched out the 4 on the left. Athearn is open. Second ball in the 10th now. Lees also will be open. Tough 7 there. That's a 92. And a 9 for Lees. 103. Unofficial score 430 to 417. Lori, can you check my unofficial score? It's 430 to 417. Well, I have an addition here. I'm just not sure what their score is. So here's what I. So if this should be 430 versus 417. Sorry. Spare ball from Norcross. He's just a little sharp on the head pin. Bowlers open, a 10 for Nick Norcross. The lead has officially been confirmed. It's a 17-pin lead. -1 there, so that, I'm sorry, 13-pin lead. It's a 12-pin lead right now. 13-pin lead through the first. Three bowlers counting their first halves. 9 drop for Norcross. A light head pin hit for Nichols. He's got a 3-1 split. Big spare for Norcross. What a pickup! What a pickup on the 3-1 for the spare, matching spares there. Nichols with his third. For Norcross, that was his first in the second game. 7 on the fill for Norcross. 8 for Nichols. And 2 in a row now for Nick. For the moment, the lead was back to 13. Make it 12. Nick Norcross going to take a bite out of that 12-pin lead. Don't forget, Tim Matero also finished with a spare. He has a bonus ball coming up. Part of his 73 first half. Off the head pin, but 7 drop. Lead is now down to 5. Nichols punches through the head pin, clipped eagle. And Norcross is denied his third spare in a row. Hit his object, couldn't cross it. Nichols bites off 4 from the clipped eagle. He'll be open. Okay, that brings the lead back to 6. With a ball coming for Team Matero. Two-pinner now for Nick Norcross. This one's going 60% of the time, but the piece of wood in front grabbed him. Yeah, Nichols with the makeable spray now. He's got the head pin and a triangle in behind it. It's everything but the 4-pin on there. That's actually the 9-pin that was back there, but Matt Nichols finishes it off for a 116. And a 105 for Nick Norcross. So we're going to add that in. All right. Don't forget, Tim Matero is coming up with a bonus ball, but it's 486 to 480 unofficially right now. A six-pin lead. Five in the bonus, so it's a one-pin lead for Team Whitcomb, correct? Big spare for Bobby Whitcomb. And that'll be a 10. So, I have a 1-pin lead for Team Whitcomb. Do you agree? Okay. 1-pin lead. And Bobby Whitcomb in the fill. So we have confirmation. 4 boxes to go. Tim Matero now. Gets the head pin, just nudged it, and then took out everything on the right side. 9 drop. Okay, 6 more in the bonus for Whitcomb. It's a 7-pin lead. Matero's got a piece of wood guarding the 7-pin. He's consulting with Nick and Sonya on that one. Pushes it, but no! Okay, both bowlers open in the 7th. A 10 for Matero. And an 8, so lead is now down to 5. Bobby Whitcomb with a 5-pin lead. Nine drop for Matero. a couple pieces covering. He should be in good shape. Half Worcester on the left for Bobby Whitcomb. And the spare is good. 5 spares for Tim Matero. Whitcomb just clips the head pin and only gets 2 out of it. He's got a third ball coming up, facing 6 pins. And he will take a 7. Lead is now down to 2. Bonus ball for Tim Matero. 2 boxes to play. Head pin 7 drop. All right. So the lead now moves 5 for Team Matero. Whitcomb also gets a 2-1. They're looking at the same, very similar lead. Difference is Matero had the 6 pin and Whitcomb has the 10 pin. Let's see if there's a difference here. Nope, both of them will be open in the ninth. Both bowlers miss. It's a 5-pin lead going into the final box. Tim Matero is the one leading by 5 at the moment. Eight drop to the 2-5. And a strike. Matero now must make this one. And he catches the wood in the front. Tosses his glasses back to Nick Norcross. You can't believe he hit the piece of wood. It didn't. It was lean. It was a little bit out in front. His right to left ball just caught a piece of it. That'll be a 10. The lead is 5. The lead is 5. Bobby Whitcomb needs 6. We've confirmed he needs 6 to win. He's got 2 balls. First ball, he takes out 4. He's got the 4 and 2. He's got a clipped eagle with a talon. Just needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. And there they are, 7 pins. The win by 2 pins. And we will look officially at that one. What a dramatic finish in the second game. Bobby Whitcomb with a strike and needed 6 pins to win. He got 7. A 130 from Tim Matero comes up just short. We're going to show you what the final scores look like. Anyway, the confirmation is he won by 2. By 1? By 1, yeah. It was by 1 in the end because someone made a mistake. I think I had a mistake going too, but whatever it was, you needed to. Someone just told me it was different up here. It's all right. We're back to live bowling. We're starting up the third string. A spare in the first for Nance Vestal. Pegi Donnelly takes an 8, so early lead now. A 10 in the second for Nance. She's at 25.
Get out, Peggy. Get out, Peggy.
25?
Right there. Right back, Peggy. Right back.
28, 18, and 10.
Oh, that's it.
It's so hard.
I know, I'm sorry. We're misreading the score. That is a 28 for Nance Vestal. That was an 8 in her fill.
Ball, there you go. Great ball, Peggy.
Sorry.
I'm terrible with basic
Oh, no,
math
I-
to begin with, so me keeping score is just a terrible idea. Why they put me there, I don't know.
All right, now. Paris spares in the third. We're trying to keep up with the score. An 8 drop for Nance.
Hey, knock that off.
6 for Pegi Donnelly. That puts her up 31 through 3.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're like,
8 in the fill for Nance. She can't get the spare. That'll be for a 10. You can hear the excitement here. That's a 56 through 4 for Nance Vestal. She's already 16 over. 7 in the fourth for Pegi. Another head pin. Got a cocked hat lead with some wood to play with. Nice bid. 5 and 7 remain for Pegi Donnelly. What a shot! The wood just falls off the back before touching the 10. And that'll be a 10 for a 66 half for Nance Vestal. And a 48 for Pegi Donnelly. Sonya Johnson coming in. Just right of the head pin. She's got 4. Similar outcome for Lori Lewis. Third ball's coming up for both bowlers. pair of 8s to start things. An 18-pin lead in the early going on the backs of Nance Vestal. Her spare and her strike. 3 10s. Sonya Johnson. A good mixing ball. She's got the 1, the 2, and the 5, and she gets all 3. She got the 2 to collapse inward on the kingpin. And that's a 10 for Lori. Well, that's a spare. That's a spare for Lori Lewis on the triangle. So matching spares in the second here. We're in the top of the third now. In the fill for Sonya, and she'll take a 9. 5 in the fill for Lewis, and she'll take an 8. 3-pin swing there. It's 34 to 31. After 3 complete. Both bowlers open in the fourth. A 10 for Sonya Johnson, 44 through 4. And another, an 8 for Lori. She's at 39. Lead is now up to 23 pins. Johnson is open. As is Lewis. Nine to a 53 for Johnson. A 46 for Lori Lewis. So 25-pin lead in the early going for Team Matero. Ryan Athearn is down on the right-hand side. Nate Lees has a 3-1 split. Athearn released that one a little bit to the right as well. He's going to have to straighten out. Lee's still looking at the head pin. 7 pins remain. A good third ball there. Only lost 1 pin, so. Lead is now 24 pins, 14 Matero. Third bowler here in the third string. And a helicopter takes out the 5-pin for the last to fall. Nate Lees is looking at the half Worcester right. Looks like the 3-9. All that remains. Eight for Lees. And Brian Athearn working on a strike. 26-pin lead plus these next two balls. In the head pin. 9, Phil. He left just the 7. And a good working ball. They're on strike for Brian Athearn. He's got scores of 113 and 92 coming in here. Nate Lees with a 92 and a 104. Waiting for his wood to stop. Would love for it to stop next to the 10 pin. Backs off just a little. It's out there. And he's gonna live with a 9. Starts a 9, 8, and 9 for a 26 for Nate Lees. Brian Athearn with an 8, a strike and a spare. 6 more on his spare. 44 through 3. Another 18-pin lead for Team Matero. Athearn is open, as is Lees. Second ball of the 4th box coming up. We're in the 3rd string. $54 to $34 through 4. Athearn has a 1-1 split. Lees is off the head pin. He's got a 4-1 split. The 2 pin sent right, but not far enough. A spare, a strike, and 2 10s for Brian Athearn. He's got a 64 half. Nate Lees will sit with a 43, and as Nick Norcross slides, we'll show you the lead now is 183 to 137. A 46-pin lead for Team Matero through 3 bowlers. Both bowlers with 2-1 splits off headpin shots. Norcross is just inside his target, about 2 inches. Nichols spins his ball in, tries to flip it off the wall, but he'll be open. Norcross takes a 9. Nichols bowling for Whitcomb, falls forward. And he will, I believe, that one's stuck. His foot's stuck there. Takes the 9. He'll take a moment to check on his soles. Nichols shaking his head, says he just suddenly stuck to the floor.
None of that going around.
When has that ever happened? All right, so he took a 9. He ended up falling forward on the line, and they called that foul. So it was a 9 in the first box. First ball in the second box just pulls it a little left. It's always tough to come back after that. Not too far off. He's still flexing his knees. Decent out ball. Nichols takes a 7 after the slip and fall on his third ball in the first. He's at 16. Norcross, who took an 8 in the second, is back on the head pin, but punches through with a clipped eagle. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Nichols still wincing, but he has a makeable lead now. Eagle wings without wood are going at a 57% rate for pros in our database. And there's one of them. A spare recovery for Matt Nichols. Nick Norcross will take an 8. He's at 25. Nichols at 26 and a ball. Norcross through the right side on the 3-hole. And a half Worcester in the fill for Nichols. His lead is 3 in this matchup. Overall, we're looking at a 43-pin difference. Somebody on Team Whitcomb has to cut loose. Game 1 was won by Team Matero by 49 pins. The second game went by 1 pin, we believe. We're still waiting for the official score on that one. To Bobby Whitcomb. The third game now, there's a big 40-pin deficit through the first 3 bowlers on the first side. Nick Norcross and Matt Nichols both taking 9s in the fourth. Another crossover to the 3-pin. Norcross has the 4 horses left. Nichols, who never touches the ball with his left hand, finds the head pin, but has a bundle of 5. Norcross will be open for his first 5. Nichols, who had that 1 spare and the 2 fill, also is going to finish under 50. $42. And a 47.5 for Nichols. Tim Matero and Bobby Whitcomb get ready. We'll show you the score right now, unofficially, 225 to 184, as we're through our first 4 bowlers on the first side of the third. Matero is just a little heavy, but gets some late action. Has a 2-pinner, the 4 and 7. In the left-hand corner, wood. 2 pieces of wood may come into play. playing the first piece. He's got it. The ball bounced back and forth just for good measure. Matero's on the board with a spare, and Whitcomb will be open. Lead is now 41 pins coming into this fifth bowler. The captain's now facing off. Matero in his spare. Spread eagle. Brings the lead up to 45 pins though. And some nice late action for Whitcomb this time. Matero finds his second target. He's aiming for the 3-pin. He got it. Chopped it for. He's still facing 5 with his third ball. Big spare on the single pinner for Bobby Whitcomb. Good 8 for Tim Matero. Matero, oh my goodness, it's the 189. He hit the head pin, hit it on the side even. That will go. The 7 falls. A 9 fill on the spare for Bobby Whitcomb. He's at 28. Takes a 6-pin lead. Matero has a little stick. And 2 straight 9 drops for Bob Whitcomb. Matero now facing 6 with his third ball. Grabs one of the wings for a 7. He's at 29. Whitcomb now at 38 in the ball. The lead that was 41 is now down to 30. Off the head pin, but a 7 drop. And Tim Matero has his second spare. Whitcomb looking at the 1-9-10. He'll be open. A 9 in the 4th. So 54 in the 4th. He's 14 over. Matero at 39 and a ball. Hits it on the nuts and gets rewarded with a 3-1. Similar outcome for Whitcomb, but he's got a 2-1. Okay, both bowlers open in the 5th. And 8 for Matero. He's got a 53 side. And a 9 for Whitcomb. He's got a 63. Both bowlers with 2 marks. Just some different fills. So as the bowlers switch sides, we'll show you the interim score. About 74 pins difference in the total overall. The total is definitely headed Matero's way, but Whitcomb did a good job closing in on that one. It's 278 to 247. A 29 pin difference. First ball on lane 6 will come from Pegi Donnelly, bowling for Team Whitcomb. She crosses over into the head, into the 1-3 pocket, grabs 8.
Come on, Nance.
Looks like the 6 and 7 remain. Nice job on the 6. Second ball is coming up in the second box, in the 6th box here. We're in the 3rd string. Sunday Pro Leagues action here at Exeter. Pegi Donnelly will be open. And spare for Nance Vestal. That's her 3rd mark. She came in with a 66 half. That'll be a 4 for Pegi. She had 48 in the first half. Oh. Spread eagle, no wood for Nance. 4 in her fill. She's at 88. Great bid from Pegi. That's for a 10.
Come on, Nance, right back.
71 now through 8. For Pegi, a 95 with that 7 for Nance Vestal. She's added to the lead here though. Came in with a 29 pin lead. Picked up 10 pins with that big spare with a 4. Both bowlers open, both facing 2 and 2s with their 3rd ball. Oh, just a late turn off the target. And both bowlers will take 6s. The difference is Nance Vestal's at 101. head pin shot, but a 2-in-1 split. Nance has got a look at the 3 and 9 with the 7 in the corner. And Pegi's ball is just turning a little late off her target. Vestal frustrated by that excellent shot that didn't convert. Donnelly will take a 9 for a 80. That's going to be an 86, I believe. Yeah, 86 and a 111 for Nance Vestal. That's a big exclamation point on it with that one. Underway in match 2. Lori starts things off with a 10 and a 9 for Sonya Johnson. Bowling on lane 5. Lori converts for her first spare on the back. That's her second overall here in the 3rd string. It's a 40-pin difference right now between the two teams. So 20 boxes yet to play, though. And a strike. The 5 was the last to fall. Sonya Johnson's had at least 3, probably 4 tonight. Johnson will be open in the 7th with a 10. She's at 82. Johnson also at 82, but has 2 bonus balls coming up. There it is. 6 ball in the first bonus ball for Johnson. A 9 drop to the 10 for Lori Lewis. She's looking for her 3rd mark, and she's got it. And the check mark won't fall for Johnson. $100 through 9 for Sonya Johnson. 92 and a ball for Lori Lewis, who's just off her head pin. She'll have 98 through 9. What? She took out famine. She took out disease. She took out hunger, but death remained in the corner. Lori Lewis finishes with a 10. That's a 108. A pair of 108s. Tie game. But the lead now is 378 to 348. A 31-pin lead. Lees and Athearn, first balls on the left. What a cover. Uses the right wall and the back row finishes. A pair of spares from both Nate Lees and Brian Athearn. This start off the 6th. We're in the last of the 3rd. This is Sunday Pro League at Exeter. We've been here since registration this morning at 8:30. Brian Athearn wins the battle of the bonus with 8. Just 2 for Nate Lees on the half Worcester. He's at 55. Athearn with 2 spares and a strike has himself up to an 82. $10 for Nate and a 9 for Athearn. 65 in the 7th for Nate, off of just 1 spare. Brian's at 91 through 7, 21 over. Late strike for Nate Lees. He turned around, held his hand up. Looked like he was going to have a difficult lead, but comeback is underway. Lead is now 31 pins. So it should be 35 is the unofficial difference right now. We have a 35-pin lead for Team Matero. Nate Lees with 2 in the bonus. And they're down, a double for Lees. That lead just came down quite a bit. Eight and the 9 remain for Athearn. He's got talking to his captain. There's a piece of wood out in front. You can see it. Wide left. He's open with a 9. We'll check on our leaderboard in just a second. Nate Lees working on a double. This ball counts 3 times. That was 2. So 22 in the first ball. And 22 in the 8th. 12 and this ball in the 9th. That'll end up being 3 more, so 15 in the 9th. And a 6 in the 10th for a 118. 118 for both bowlers, though. So Nate was able to erase the big lead, but not take the lead on that one in his one-on-one. We're going to switch over to the unofficial scorebook. We're going to check our numbers. We have 2 more bowlers to go. Matt Nichols throwing, drops 9 on his first ball. The lead is 10 pins unofficially. 432, 422, Tim Matero's team in the lead. Nichols just off on his single. His one pinner. This is for a 10 now. So he picks up 2. The lead is now 8. So we're going to change that 29 to an 8. Bring you right up to date. Match 3. This is the second half. Nichols will be open. Norcross working on the 2-1, sends a piece, but a little too far back. Eight in the 7th for Nichols. And a big 10 for Nick Norcross. Brings the lead back, right back up to 10. Nichols gets the big break on the left-hand side. He's got a 2-pinner in the corner. Norcross is in the left pocket, but he's got the diamond. Nichols chops the 6. And he'll be open. Third ball coming up for Nick Norcross. Pair of 9s there, no damage. Score is 69 for Norcross and 74 for Nichols. But the match score is what matters. It's a 10-pin difference. Both bowlers cross over their side. Nichols grabs 4. Norcross has the 4 horses on the left. He's got a chance. It's still moving. Both bowlers are open in the 9th. Piece of wood looks to be interfering on the 9-pin for Nichols. He's playing the tip. He's open. Norcross was coming right into the pocket. Lead is now 11. And Nichols just off the head pin, but has himself the 4 horsemen. That's a 40%er for a pro. Nick Norcross working from the left-hand side. Takes out 4 on the left. Nick's ball has about a 20 to 25% chance of going. Nichols finds his pocket, hits the 1-2 pocket, but the 7-pin won't go. He'll take a 9, but he picks up 3 pins there.
Back the diamond.
That's a 9. It's a 92.85. Is that possible? 92.85 for Nichols. I have it unofficially at 8. Bob Whitcomb crosses over. He's got the horses. 1, 3, 6, and 10. Tim Matero, his team leading by 8. Comes in. Has everything down to the 7 and the 8 pin now. A lot of wood out in front. Three of the 4 go for Whitcomb. And Matero sends it right, but just behind the 8 pin. Both bowlers open. A 10 for Whitcomb. And a 10 for Matero, no blood. Still an 8-pin lead with 4 boxes to go. Whitcomb into the pocket, and he's got a strike. Tim Matero defending an 8-pin lead. He's in the... Comes in just a little bit thin, maybe. A little bit thin. He's got the 2 and the 8, and the 9 in the back. Piece of wood guarding the 8. And he will be open. Every pin critical at this stage. Nice job on the 10, clearing out the 2 and the 9 for Matero. The lead is still 8, but Whitcomb has 2 bonus balls coming up off the strike. Just off the head pin. He gets 4 on the first ball. He's got the 4-2 leave left. Faced by the 1 pin. Second bonus ball for Whitcomb. He's got 3 and he gets a pin to swing over. A big 9-pin bonus total for Whitcomb. He has now taken the lead by 1. And that's a 10. That is a lead change, though. Lead is now 2. That was a 9 for Matero. Whitcomb's first ball in the 9th. Into the pocket. It's like he's got the 10 pin cleared out. That's the good news. He's got 2 pins left. Matero with the spread eagle, no wood. Whitcomb is open. Had a chance to put it away maybe there. No magic from Matero. The spread eagle goes at a 1% rate for pros. Wouldn't expect it any time, but maybe in the final. That's another 10 for Whitcomb. Whitcomb at 112 now.
Come on, win your box, Bob, win your box.
He picked up another 2 pins. It's a leads by 4 now. We're in the. This is the final box. That's an 8 drop. He's got the half Worcester basically, the 2 and 8 remaining. Piece of wood on the left. Matero's off on the left, but he has the 1, 3, and 9 remaining. Difficult but not impossible spare. Whitcomb uses the wood to clear out the 2, but he can't get the spare to convert. Dead wood is still moving, whether it's dead or alive, we're not sure. Matero with the big spare! A necessary spare. And he made it on the second ball in the 10th frame. Whitcomb takes the 10. Oh, sorry. Nate. So Tim Matero has 1 ball and must get 5 pins to win, 4 to tie. Five to win, 4 to tie. Matero with 3. The win for Whitcomb. Team Matero wins the total. It's a 4-4 tie is the match score. Down to the last. So, as we put in those final scores, 122 for Bobby Witt. Officially, and we're going to just copy down the totals here. That's what you had. Tim Matero was the top bowler with a 360, but it is a tie. Total and game 1 going to Team Matero. Games 2 and 3 both going to Bobby Whitcomb's team, a tie. what a joy it was. So that's our action for today. We're going to clean this up a little bit, put it on a little later. I hope you enjoyed it. Bob Lee, I will see you on the lanes. Goodbye.